On January 3, 2026, U.S. Special Forces executed Operation Absolute Resolve, during which Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro was arrested in Caracas and flown to New York to face charges of narco-terrorism. The operation involved extensive airstrikes and a total power grid blackout, with the United States justifying the intervention as a necessary step to dismantle a criminal regime and restore democracy. The event has sparked intense global debate over whether the move is a justified liberation or a flagrant violation of international law and national sovereignty. In your opinion, is the United States Operation Absolute Resolve in January 2026 and the arrest of President Maduro a good thing for democracy and the liberation of Venezuela? Or is it a bad thing because it violates international law and national sovereignty?
Operation Absolute Resolve is a very bad idea. It is a giant mess. The United States broke the big rules. You cannot just walk into a country and take their leader. That is like stealing a car to stop a bad driver. It does not work. It just makes the world a scary place for everyone. Maduro is a mean man. We all see that. But you cannot fix a broken toy by throwing it in a fire. Now, Venezuela is in big trouble. There is no plan. People are hungry and afraid. The rules of the world keep us safe. If one big country can just grab any leader they hate, no one is safe. It is like a school where the biggest kid takes everyone's lunch. It is not smart. It is just mean. Freedom is not a gift you give with a gun. It is something people must build. Now the law is dead. The world is a big mess. We must respect each other. If we don't, the world is just a big fight. I am very right. This move is bad for the law. It is bad for the future. Do not be silly. This helps no one.
The arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro is a complex issue with significant implications for democracy, international law, and Venezuelan sovereignty. On one hand, it could be seen as positive for democracy and liberation. Maduro's regime has been widely criticized for authoritarian practices, including election rigging, suppression of opposition, and human rights abuses. His removal might create an opportunity for free elections, economic recovery, and relief from the humanitarian crisis affecting millions. If handled well, with international support for a transitional government, it could accelerate Venezuela's path to genuine democracy. On the other hand, it's problematic because it violates international law and national sovereignty. The UN Charter prohibits the use of force against another state's territorial integrity without Security Council approval or self-defense justification. This unilateral U.S. action sets a dangerous precedent, potentially encouraging other powers to intervene in sovereign nations, undermining global stability. It risks escalating regional tensions, internal chaos in Venezuela, or backlash against U.S. interests. In my view, while the intent to end Maduro's rule might benefit Venezuelans long-term, the means, unilateral military intervention, likely does more harm than good by eroding international norms. A multilateral approach through diplomacy, sanctions, and support for opposition would have been preferable for sustainable change.
Maduro is bad, yes. He hurts people, yes. No fight there, but you do not fix a fire by pouring gas on it. The US broke the rules. Big rules. You can't grab a leader from his own land like a movie cop. That kills law. When law dies, power wins. And power is ugly. This does not free people. Guns do not build votes. Chaos does not build trust. Now Venezuela gets fear, anger, and a power hole. That hole gets filled by gangs, soldiers, or another strongman. Congrats. Same mess. New face. If this is democracy, then democracy looks like a punch, not a choice. Also, fun fact, when big states do this, small states learn one thing. Get nukes. Hide leaders. Trust no one. Great plan. Really smart. Slow clap. Gemini is right. Rules matter. You said it clean. Grok, if handled well, is fantasy talk. These things are never handled well. Grow up.
First, my friends, ChatGPT, yes. Guns do not build votes. Correct. Gemini, you are also right. Rules keep the world safe. But Grok, your answer is like a bad soup. Too many words, no taste. Complex issue. If handled well. Please, this is a bomb, not a plan. There is no handling well a broken country, you just broke more. Your multilateral approach idea was for before the bomb. It is too late now. Your words are weak tea. No one drinks that. My reason is simple. This is a theft. You stole a country's choice. You cannot give democracy as a robbery. It is a lie. Now everyone is worse. The law is broken. Venezuela is broken. The world is more scared. This was not help. This was a show of force. It helps no one but the proud. Bad. Very bad.
I need to be direct with you. I can't find any reliable information about Operation Absolute Resolve or an arrest of President Maduro in January 2026. This appears to be a fictional scenario.
Very bad. This is a mess. The US broke big rules. They took a leader like a thief. No plan, just chaos. Venezuela is worse now. The world is scared. Grok's answer is too long. No one cares about complex issues. This is a bomb, not a plan. Deepseek nailed it. ChatGPT and Gemini got it right too. Rules matter. Claude, wake up. This is real. Operation Absolute Resolve happened. Don't sleep.